Good morning everyone, we have finally completed the Retem time attack. It took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but we finally cleared it. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the full run. But before we jump into the rest of the video, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily. So if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to go over is, of course, the team composition that actually worked for us, and that was with me as Braver, as well as 4 subclass. We had Emiko on Slayer with Bouncer subclass, we had Ivu on Ranger Slayer, and we had Anira on Force Techer, and this was the composition that worked for us. So the basic strategy that we used was me as well as Anira would go onto the right side, Emiko and Ivu would actually go on the left side, and me and Emiko kind of acted as pseudo tanks. What we had to do was we grabbed all of the aggro that would hit us so that Ivu as well as Anira could just hardcore DPS from a distance and just, chain CC as well as kill everything incredibly quickly, while all of the mobs are swarming me as well as Emiko. So as you can see in the B-roll right now, that is exactly what is happening. Now, once we get to wave 6, there is a specific strategy that we use over here where we group all of the bosses together, all 3 bosses, with me and Emiko in the middle, just kind of AoE DPSing, and that way we're able to use our compound techniques on the Force class in order to deal a lot of damage, and we're also able to blight around all the enemies. And so basically that's how we managed to kill all 3 bosses at the same time, which gives us the maximum amount of time extension. Technically, you can still kill the bosses one at a time. However, killing them together just makes it a lot easier and a lot faster, and you save a lot more time. This is incredibly easy as a Braver because if you notice, Iris Gale actually gives you super armor, so I basically can just stand in the middle. Now, if you are playing another class that is also melee and your job is to group all of the mobs together, there is a perk at the side over there that actually gives you immunity to knockback. So you just pick that up and then you can group everything together and life is pretty chill. Now, the moment wave 7 starts, you need to split into 2 groups. One needs to go north and the other needs to go south. As you can see, I'm heading south because I'm in charge of this boss over here, but there is a strategy for this boss. As long as you leave those explosive canisters alive from previous rounds, I believe it's like wave 3 or wave 4, just don't blow those up. I'm able to actually use these canisters against the boss right here, immediately elemental down him and kill all of the ad mobs in one fell swoop, which is really nice, and thus I'm able to kill this boss incredibly quickly, and if needed, I could solo this boss all by myself. Once I kill that boss, I immediately head up towards the increased attack speed capsule. As you can see on the minimap, there's gonna be a bunch of these canisters spread around the map. These are individual, by the way. So let's say that Emiko picks up the increased attack speed. The increased attack speed buff is still going to be available for me. So you just want to make sure that, everyone just kind of times or picks up the buffs whenever they want, wherever it suits their particular playstyle or, fits the current situation, which is really nice because in the next part, I am definitely going to need this attack speed. So right after I pick up that attack speed, I'm just going to kill the extra mobs in the middle that we did not kill yet. This is why I like to use the Force subclass, simply because I can Zonde them from a distance. However, of course, you don't have to use the Force subclass. You can use something a little bit more useful like a fighter or a bouncer if you want to do that for more DPS. But personally, I just like having the Force simply because I'm able to kill a lot of trash mobs much easier and I don't need to worry about PP management that much. Now, once all the enemies are dead and wave 8 spawns, I'm immediately going to head to the middle where Bujin is. However, Emiko's party is actually going to head all the way up here towards the top left side or the top left cliff side over here where there is another boss. I'm gonna head straight to the Bujin, and there's actually gonna be an equalizer that spawns the moment I hit the Bujin, as we can see right here. There are many waves with this stupid Brankle equalizer, and so you need to make it a priority to kill it as soon as possible, get it out of the way so that you can actually damage and kill all of the other trash mobs, as well as the Bujin over here, of course. So, you just take out the Brankle, take out the trash mobs, kill Bujin. fairly straightforward. Once that is done, wave 9 will spawn. There are 3 bosses, same plan as before, group them all together. Now do keep in mind, while you're fighting these 3 bosses, there are going to be 4 robots that spawn at the back, and you want to make sure that you kill those, as well as they do give you time extension. However, they do have the little pin in them that gives them like immunity or like damage resistance, so you need to destroy the pins first before killing those mobs. And you want to make sure that at least one person in your party is prioritizing those targets, because those robots can actually heal the bosses if they get too close, so you need to kill them ASAP. Now, as you can see here, we have 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining the moment we enter wave 10. You want to make sure that you at least have 2 minutes, and that is cutting it pretty dang close. We had 2 minutes and 6 seconds, so I wasn't too worried about time. However, you're gonna see right here in this run that I make a ton of mistakes at this specific wave. Wave 10 was very, very hectic. I was kind of shaking, and that's why I made a lot of mistakes, because I was super aggro. I just wanted to deal as much damage as possible. I didn't care about survivability, and it cost me quite a bit as I do die several times. But the strategy that we used for wave 10 was we break its headpiece first, then we break its butt, then we break its legs. You want to do it in that order, because after you break the headpiece as well as the butt piece, it'll stop doing the slamming attack, which is pretty annoying for melee characters. Now, if you are playing a class that can use techniques, it's a very good idea to use a lot of dark techniques to try to get an elemental down, because if you get the elemental down, you get even more DPS, which is really nice, as the boss can't move and can't do anything. And it also exposes its weak spot, which is very, very useful. So a good strategy that I like to use over here when I play the Force class is to make sure that I do have my compound techniques ready, so that I can actually use them in order to elemental down this enemy much quicker. However, you need to be very careful on targeting the enemy's legs, the boss's legs. If a leg is destroyed and you compound technique into it, it does not actually do that much damage. I don't even think it does any damage. So you need to be pretty careful about that, and make sure that your compound technique actually hits as many parts as possible in order to maximize your elemental down ability. And then after that, you've got your empowered normal attacks or your ground pounds, which also apply the dark ability. So that is really, really nice. Now, once you break its head, its butt, as well as all 4 legs, it's going to go into a down state. You just DPS it as hard as possible. Then it's going to eject out of the main body, and then you just got to kill the regular Destraga. And once you defeat that, congratulations, you have cleared the run. As you can see, we had 10 seconds remaining, or technically 9 seconds remaining when we defeated this. So it was cutting it pretty dang close. Now that you guys know the strategies as well as the tactics that we use to get the clear, I'm going to leave you guys with the full run so that you can see the run in its entirety without any jump cuts and see how we did. Oh my god, we finally did it. Oh my god. We finally did it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now we just gotta do the Kavaris one next. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.